There are a few missing points from the last explanations that I wanted to discuss with you, which is that it is no doubt that interpersonal communication and group communication solely depends on intrapersonal communication for better understanding of the whole communication process, for better preparation of the whole communication process, and for better understanding of oneself at the same time. And if you don't understand yourself, you cannot understand the other people. That is the most important prerequisite. But at the same time, there is a kind of a um, uh, an opposite idea that just came to my mind, which is related to the famous writer Umberto Eco. And he talks about interstices. He says that we need to fill up the empty spaces of our lives. He gave an example like he is standing in front of the elevator in front of his apartment, and his friend is coming up the elevator, the lift. And at that point in time, practically, he is not doing anything. So what does he do? He plans his next article. That is how we can fill up the empty spaces of our life by doing something which is absolutely productive, and that is very very important. But at the same time, there is a an opposite theory which comes into play, which is related to stopping for a certain period of time, understanding the importance of silence. I will do a separate one on the importance of silence in communication, verbal communication as well. But these are opposite ideas. Like uh, one philosophy, idea says that you need to stop for a few moments. You need to look deep inside yourselves. You need to plan. You need to introspect. You need to self-judge, self-criticize, positive criticism. And one idea says that you need to plan up something productive um, during those free moments. So, how do we match it? We match it by evenly distributing these two ideas. At the end of the day, for a couple of minutes at the start, you need to stop, you need to think, you need to introspect, you need to self assess, you need to self judge, you need to self criticize. When I use the word criticize, don't take it in the negative sense, it is positive criticism what I am talking about. And at the same time, from time to time, when you are absolutely doing nothing, like say for an example, you are sitting on a train or a flight traveling from one place to another place, you can plan up something productive. But what happens in the modern day is that we are so very very busy with the electronic gadgets that we don't have time for all these things. Actually, sometimes I feel our mobile phones, our tablets, our laptops, our palm tops, and our televisions think for us. They don't give us an opportunity to think. At the same time, you might think that reading books is an obsolete idea or a boring idea. But let me tell you, a book allows you to think, because a book is not written by the author in total. The author is just half a writer of that book, and the rest of the writer is the reader. So that is why one reader's interpretation about a book differs from another reader's interpretation. And that is where that democratic effect, that freedom comes into play, which is absolutely very very important. You need to understand this, basically, that you need to balance the two things to fill up the empty spaces of your life. And at the same time, it is very important to stop for a few moments, to use that silence, to enjoy that silence, to let that silence percolate inside, to let that silence seep deep inside yourself, and think, introspect, talk to yourself, the soliloquy stuff, the self criticism stuff, the self judgment stuff. And as I said in the previous one, if you have done something wonderful, you need to pat your back and say, well done, mate. And if you have done something wrong, then also you can pat your back and say, I've learned something out of it. Because there is nothing called failures in this world. There is nothing absolutely which can be deemed as a failure, because failures, as they say and as the cliche goes, are greater teachers than successes rather. So there is absolutely no idea called failures. I was telling you that story of Gopal Krishna Gokhale the other day. See how beautifully he explained this idea, that when his friends and colleagues told him that we are trying so much to secure independence for this country, to secure our rights. We are failing all the time. We are failing, and that is what we are doing. We are trying and we are failing. So, what he wanted us to, his followers and his co workers, colleagues, comrades to understand is that, and what he told them is that our job is to try and fail. Our job is to try and fail. We know that we will fail, but we will continue to try and we will fail because we are trying and failing and building a platform on which the future generation of workers will build a platform of success. Our failure platform, or rather, our platform of failure, will help the next generation of leaders and workers to build their platform of success. That is where silence come into play, introspection come into play, and at the same time a workaholic mind comes into play, which works on interstices or the empty moments of our lives. You need to have interstices in your life. You need to have self introspection of in your life. So all these ideas are so very much interrelated. I sometimes think that the ancient rishis, they were able to decipher so many secrets of the universe, the positive side, the negative side, and the neutral side, the destroyer Lord Shiva, the preserver, and Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar, that comes into play in modern science as well, the electrons, protons, and neutrons, and the great philosophy of Sri Krishna, which says that you need to work, and at the same time your ability not to be associated with things. That is what is modern science is discovering slowly, like the universe is constantly expanding and all these things. These were told by the great rishis from time to time, and they were able to do that because there was a lot of introspection and interstices involved in both the cases. And that is what we need to understand. We need to look deep inside ourselves, and at the same time we need to add the empty spaces of our lives. The caveat: I'm not an expert. I'm telling you what I experienced. If you want, please like it. If you don't want, tell me what you don't like and tell me how I can make it better. And I am not responsible for any kind of opinion which has hurt somebody, because that was totally unintended. But this is what I'm telling you. I'm telling you what I've experienced, what I've read, what I've heard, and found it to be true, and at the same time what I've gathered from all my interactions with thousands of people all around the world. Thank you for listening to me. Keep supporting.